Keep it cool, keep it back of the bus. Keep it tucked out the way so it don't bother us. The things we're going through, it doesn't matter to them. It's hard to stay afloat, you got to sink or swim. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I get so mad I have to walk it out. Never been a saint, but it's all good. I turn the dollars into francs when I knock on wood. Y'all know why they look so stressed. Life on the planet shouldn't feel so blessed. People on the streets shouldn't look so fly, cause we all down to earth like the sun each night. Y'all know.
Y'all know about yourself. You are wonderfully made.
This the type of thing that you can't resist. Not to pretend to put a spin on the style you spit. Like I said before, in my documents, all up in my pockets for the sense I spit. And if it don't break bread, then I don't flow. And if it's not my scene, then I don't show. And if it's not that nice, then I go home. When the streets are so hot and yet so cold, y'all know how we get down. Plastic car with a chip when we in your town. Put your phones up high when you hear our sound. Gonna turn the whole world like upside down. Y'all know. Y'all know.
I
Yeah.
think you baby show. It ain't myself.
What's up? What's up? Yeah. I guess it's legal. I wonder, somebody went live right when I went live. What up, though? But it's all good. It's all fam. I still wasn't really ready. You know, I was ready to go yet. So let me play one more track. Yeah. I didn't want to play that version. What's going on? Yeah. I see somebody was playing a bunch of up and coming artists and stuff. But then some regular artists got involved, like people that were released, and they were willing to pay. I couldn't believe that. Like that show was for people who needed advice, people who wasn't signed, you know. But it ain't my show, so you know, the person who held the show allowed all that to happen. But if you got your own label or you signed to a small label and you got a video, why are you getting in the way of the people that's not even on that level? On that level, you know, they trying to. But I guess everybody can use advice. Right on, Exerber, right on. And this reverb is getting on my nerve. See if I can find another preset. Let me try this. Clean vocals. This sounds good. Need a little more bass though. 1, 2. Bass in your face, London. Make some noise. What's up, Sunflower in the building? We'll see in the building. Thanks for the you like the beat, Will? It took me a long time to go live because I just wanted to make sure everything was presentable. You know? Wanted to make sure everything looked right. Oh, nicey, nicey. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they make some good headphones. Well, I got on the WP 7000s by Sony right now, and I was wearing the Sony Professionals while I was preparing for the show. And my Sony WH-1000 MX is chilling on top of the mixer. But Turtle Beach, I heard it's a good brand. So, you know, I'm going to throw in one of my hardcore abstract hip hop tracks from way back. All right. It's called The Hand. And I hope that this track will give me a little more, you know, like I hope Absorber know that, you know, that if I wanted to be straight up, just, you know, like 100% hip hop, I could go there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure you know that. Yeah, it's called The Hand. I don't remember what year we made this though, but it was back in the day. But
check the hand. Check the hand. DJ on the wax cutting, on the wax cutting.
Is your hand grip tight around the mic, or your fist ball up cause you trying to fight? If you fake, I'm washing my hands of you. If you real, my man, this pounds for you. Is your hand grip tight around the mic, or your fist ball up cause you trying to fight? If you fake, I'm washing my hands of you. If you real, my man, this pounds for you.
Is it the hand holding the pen to write the rhymes, or the hand holding the mic, the true lifeline? or the hand of the DJ on the wax cutting? Or is it the finger on the hand tapping buttons on the SP12? We delve deep into life. What is it that controls hip-hop in the night? Is it the hand around a can of spray paint that won't bleed? The hands of B-boys spinning on their sleeve? Or is it the fat hand of the record exec? You know, the one that delivered that small paycheck. Check the hand before you grip and do the shake. Is it for real or the one made to emulate? The solar black boat trapped within the CD case and confined behind the screen of the TV waist. So with my right hand, I'm gonna uncock the steel. With my left, strafe the industry for trying to steal.
Grip tight around the mic, or your fist balled up cause you trying to fight. If you fake, I'm washing my hands of you. If you real, my man, this pounds for you. Is your hand grip tight around the mic, or your fist balled up cause you trying to fight. If you fake, I'm washing my hands of you. If you real, my man, this pounds for you.
Is it the hand that keeps you in check, or the hand of the cop around the black his neck? Or is it the finger of the hand on the trigger, the one that's tied it loose cause they think you a figure? They don't give a. Is the sentiment black hands on black doors within the tenement? We take the hand and twist off the top, get towed back to forget the block. One hand in the wheel in front of the club, one hand in the air when you step in the club. One love, even the thug hold his hands to pray. Skates the street lights and the dance and play. So we hand the card to the store to shop. Use the hand in the kitchen to chop the rock. But with my hands, I'm gonna try to hold on to the music. I let it slip twice, but I ain't trying to lose it. Check the hand. Check the hand. The DJ on the wax cutting, on the wax cutting, on the wax cutting.
It's not your ordinary pussy ass remake of a pop tune hit on the radio, filled with cameos and other hosts, posted in a video or a TV show. Oh yo,
Never had you heard a nigga so original and stereo.
but you don't hear me though, plus I don't feel you. So just another reason to be critical. It's all about the money or the visual. What's up for? Let's get physical.
Is your hand grip tight around the mic, or your fist balled up cause you trying to fight? If you fake, I'm washing my hands of you. If you real, my man, this pounds for you. Is your hand grip tight around the mic, or your fist balled up cause you trying to fight? If you fake, I'm washing my hands of you. If you real, my man, this pounds for you. If you fake, I'm washing my hands of you.
WHLS 100. Well, we keep it 100 on your stream, on your internet stream. What's up? Right on. That I don't know when we made that. Because I'm thinking, was I using software then? I think I was using Cubase. I know it was in the early 2000. The early 2000. And I've come a long way when it comes to mixing and mastering and all that cool stuff. Came a very long way. So anyway, how you guys doing today? You guys are all right? Let me put this on repeat. This will be on repeat while we chilling. And it's a little cold too. A little cold. There we go. That'll warm us up. Yeah, I feel a little warmer now, and we don't have to stand by anymore. Let me cut that off. Yeah, got my third eye up there. Biggie did that too by himself. I came in at the end of the that was me at the I was the cleanup batter at the end of that track. Oh yeah, Biggie needs like 5 engineers because he be wheezing and I don't know if he got asthma or what, but every time Biggie did an album, he whoever engineered those albums needed a Grammy, and I'm sure they got one because all the editing, they did an excellent job on editing out wheezing, hacking, and you know what I'm saying? They did an excellent job. I know I've done it. You know, engineers, they very patient. You know, when I did that Nine Inch Nails remix I played, I finally finished it. You know, when I played it on the last show, I played it too early. It wasn't done, but now it's done. It has samples from EPMD in it, and I'm very happy with the remix. I see Third Eye. What's happening? Welcome to the show. I was wondering if all the vocals. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Veda36 is his artist name. He can spit, you know. He can spit. We've been rapping together for years, you know. He went to Morehouse. He's a mountain climber, and right now he's teaching education in Korea. But he used to teach at a private school out here, and he got me a mentor job at that private school. Veda 36 is the name of a section of the galaxy. No, it's all gravy. Every question, every statement is valid. And I hope you cool, Aussie. I hope I don't bore you tonight. That's why I named the title, This Live is Too Nice, Turn Around and Go Back Home. But, you know, I do have a backup plan. If it gets too boring and nicey, I do got some clips we can play. Yep, and it's our old friend Uncle Fester. Oh, what's up, Soulful? I like your new image. It's tight. Yeah, let's see here. You know, Lordship's show is very musical. That's why I could take. That's why I could take long pauses in between talking. Oh, you in Australia? Okay, cool. Well, like I said, yeah, the guy who rapped on that song, his honeymoon was in Australia. It's a small world. Yeah, that is a trip. I couldn't go live earlier either because it was raining hard, and this is a condenser mic, and this mic would pick up the whole shebang. There we go. I don't know why that beat is so loud. So loud. But yeah, we got some exclusive Uncle Fester recordings that people may have missed. Thank you. You guaranteed to get at least one sneeze per show. My mute button finger ain't fast enough. See, nothing is new with LaBonya's, to my knowledge. If she does something different, I am shocked. Oh, nah, it's the same old routine. It's the same old routine. Somebody did have some footage, and it was the same old song. Same old song. I mean, we could cut right to the chase. This is, since you be going live for 10, 14, 16 hours, things could be missed. And that's why I'm here to recapture those moments that are very interesting. Oh, cool, Sunflower. You are a good spouse. You are a great spouse. Well, stiff and jacked up is the new thing. It's just like back when people used to do sock hops and stuff. When people used to do the Watusi and swing dance, stiff and jacked up. If you ain't dancing stiff and jacked up, you're not hip. If your shirts ain't hanging off your body, if your shoulders are too broad, you don't have NHO or wardrobe malfunctions. Hey, right on, dude. I appreciate that. I used to watch Oddities. Do you remember Oddities on MTV? I think it moved over to Adult Swim. It reminded me of high school. How do a digital file skip? That is so funny. You know what? When a record skip, usually the DJ get mad and switch the beat. YouTube been off the hook. Oh, I thought it was called Oddities. It was a guy who had an alien living in his head. There was a girl, and nobody knew what was wrong with her because she was pretty. But what was wrong with her was she had a tail. I thought it was called MTV Oddities, and I thought they switched over to Adult Swim later. And there was about 4 or 5 of them. They were like the Breakfast Club, but it was animation, and everyone had something odd about them. But the girl, you couldn't see it on the surface because she had a tail that you couldn't see because it was small. Oh, you're hunting for the max. But look, Oddities reminded me of high school because there was a girl who used to be in the handicap room at my high school, and these were people that had cerebral palsy or in a wheelchair or muscular dystrophy or whatever, right? But she was in there, and it looked like there was nothing wrong with her. So she tried to make it look like she was like an assistant to the teacher or something. But she was in there just like them. Now, I never found out what was wrong with her. And every now and then, she did smell like urine. But she was very pretty. But I found out that she died, I think, after graduating or something like that. She didn't live that long. And when I seen Oddities, it reminded me of that because it was a girl in there, and I was like, what's up with her? You know? And one of my friends from the neighborhood was in that room, and so I would drop by and say, what's up? And that's when I see her there. It's crazy. Yeah. The Oblongs also is a show that would never happen again. They all going to hell. Ugh. Yeah, I haven't watched cable in a while. You know, my wife's actually trying to force me to watch because, like, if I don't watch, she'll still like, hey, look at that, or did you see that, or check this out. You know, she'll turn it up, and I won't even jump. I won't even turn around.
We got so much drama. Why not Oprah instead of Obama? Why my people act the way they do, like they fell out the sky without a parachute?
Yeah, that's true. Very odd.
Why we got so much drama? Why not Oprah instead of Obama? Why my
Let me get that other thing out the way.
like they fell out the sky without a parachute?
Okay, that's much better.
We got so much drama. Why not Oprah instead of Obama? Why my people act the way they do, like they fell out the sky without a parachute?
Now that logo or that artwork was hard to do because I wanted to make it look like the FBI logo without, infringing on the copyright. Look like an oblong. I'm gonna have to look that up now. Let's see what we got here.
You're still stuck because you're not seeing, you're not looking forward, you're looking backwards, or you're looking on both sides, and that is some understand. Matter teaches education. Teach this. None of it matters, because it's just like if I'm sitting in class, right? And I'm listening to a teacher, but I'm bored. That's what I mean. That's all it means. You're not paying attention. So you're not seeing what's really going on. You just sitting there being bored. All you're thinking is that you're bored. So I'm got my phone up, and I'm gonna go into these and tell you what some of them mean. But all of them are different parts of your sight that you're not paying attention to in your life. All of that is what stress, because migraines is because you're not seeing what's really in front of your face.
Psyche.
So give me 1 second. I'm still here, but I'm turning the computer on. Let's go into the negative one. Negative statoma appearing as a blank spot in the vision.
The sound effects
the
are awesome.
patient is unaware of it, and it detects only by examination. Okay. What that means is, do you see what I see? Meaning there is something that you don't see that everybody else is seeing but you. So you can take all these and apply them somewhere. The peripheral statoma is the area of depressed vision towards the peripheral of the vision field. The peripheral is what's in front of you. In other words, if you're looking for some keys and you can't find your keys, and they staring you right there in front of your face, that's what that means. In other words, you only see what you want to see. You don't see what's really, truly speaking, going on in front of your face.
Somebody illiterate is going to explain to you what something means. Now, she made fun of Nature Boy for looking up the definition of nature and said, you don't know what nature means? You had to look it up?
Vision is where everybody screw up at, because you're taking people's word at face value and you're not seeing if they are what they say they are, basically. That's all it means. So we're going to go into critical thinking. So you're going to see this on 2 channels, actually. Hold on a minute. And I'm going to do this on 2 channels because I have to. Because I need to do it on 2 channels. Because I'm doing this at 2 different times. Bro. What the hell?
The irony. The irony. I just can't believe the irony.
So I'm going to do this And I'm also going to do this via my podcast at the same dang on time. Might as well do all of this at the same time. Give me 1 second. I got to figure out which channel I'm going to do it on. And let's see. I'm trying to do it on. Okay, I ain't done anything on this one yet. Alright, give me a couple seconds right quick. I have a bathroom too. I'm going to the bathroom. And I'm going to get into this because I'm going to tell you why critical thinking is so important. Because I don't think a lot of y'all realize why critical thinking is so crucial right now. Especially now. Because when it comes to lying, that's why critical thinking is so important. Because of the lying. Because if you don't see through what you're thinking, reactions, then you're gonna make the wrong decisions. And the reason you make the wrong is you're not critically thinking, common sense, and common judgment. So it's just they're all important. So this is what I'm talking about on my new channel. So I figured at the same time, because I think this is important.
Is she talking about herself?
I just think it's important because, like I said,
about herself,
y'all don't understand
to herself in third person.
Why, I did what I did. Well, I'm getting ready to tell you why I did what I did. Biggest critical thinking. I can't just teach it to you because it ain't gonna work that way. I have to show it to you. Because critical thinking is not something you can just teach. You have to show it through your own life. Because if I don't know how to make right decisions, then I can't teach it to you. Put it that way. Critical thinking is not, in other words, you have to be a thinker. Meaning you've been there, you've done that, and you're not doing it again to teach it. You can't, because that's the whole point of critical thinking. Critical thinking is really, you've done it all, and now you're done. You're not making the same mistakes or the same choices that you used to make. What I did today was actually deliberate. I did it deliberately. This is what I mean. I'm going to do things deliberately, and it's not that I'm doing it to piss people off. I'm doing it because that's what I'm teaching. This ain't the way I would really handle it. But the first way when I teach it, I actually go into it. But being I had already went into it on Facebook, I came on YouTube to actually go through it. So this time I said I was going to go through it and then I was going to teach it. But I was not going to tell nobody what my channel was about until after this Nature Boy thing went on. So that's pretty much, and then it started off that way, and then it ended up becoming personal. But I still turned it into critical thinking. And I can go through each one of my videos and tell you this whole entire time, I knew exactly, how to handle the situations and what I would do personally. That's why when I kept saying to somebody, I was like, you really believe this is who I am? No, I did what I did because, like I said, I was teaching the whole entire time. The whole entire time I was teaching, but at the same time, you can't be fake about it. You really have to be going through something. But do I know what to do? Yeah, of course I do. But in order to teach it, you have to literally go through it, and you're literally going to have to do it each time differently. Because you're looking at the whole entire picture. And so I'll have to get into that when I get in here and explain the whole entire thing. Shocked. You don't know me at all. The whole point is when you are making a decision, you're going to keep going through it until you learn from it and never do it again. Is it really worth it? So give me a second, y'all. Let me go to the restroom right quick and get this stuff settled. And then I'm going to go into this, and y'all going to see what the hell I'm talking about. And then that way, way you'll know on my channel, because a lot of y'all, oh my God, y'all would have failed my class. This is how I teach kids. I don't teach kids based on books. I teach them based off experience. That's how I taught it. That's how I taught the after school kids. Because like I said, after a while, you don't need books. You're not going to need them. Now by the time I'm done with y'all, you will not need a book unless it's something you've never done before. Then you'll need a book. So I'm explaining the real purpose.
Look, OBS Studio and YouTube and Google and AT&T and Dell and iPhone didn't even want that bullshit to be heard. You know what I'm saying? She is so much like Nature Boy. She don't believe in books, but she got a lot of faith in Google. The Google Corporation is not a replacement for Webster. It's not a replacement for the Better Business Bureau. I can go down a long list. She's one of the people that she will go online for medical advice, and if she see a nice website with a guy in a white jacket and a stethoscope and a pen and one of those, one of them boards, she'll think that website is legit and the advice is legit. He blocked you? Wow. My cover is so smooth. I don't want to speak. I don't want to jinx myself, but I doubt if I ever get blocked. The best way to hide from people is in plain sight. I do it all the time. Plain sight. Yeah, like what fool don't believe in books? A person who can't read. If you cannot read or comprehend, then you would never understand the value of books. Right here by my left knee is Behold the Pale Horse and Freelance Forever. Right under my monitor is a tiny pocket book, like a little book that can go in your chest pocket, called Famous Black Quotes and Some Not So Famous. And one of the quotes on page 57 says, "Life is a short walk. There is so little time and so much living to achieve." And that's by John Oliver. John Oliver Killings. Now, what you say? He blocked me because I said Efru paintings look like baby Eliana paintings. the baby might be gifted. You're right. You know, I mean, you know, like if we're gonna talk about those people, they should be invited to the party. I don't believe in, you know, like Uncle Fester say, I don't believe in talking about people behind their back. That's why Uncle Fester is up on the screen. That way you can't say we was talking about her behind her back. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
His lordship, both they're friends. They're two peas in a pod. Who you think molded Vic? His lordship. Who you think he's molding now? Medieval. He's molding Medieval into the next Vic. Y'all just don't even know what the hell going on here. Like I said, his lordship first attached to Vic and tried to control Vic when he could. That's now he tried to do it to me. I wouldn't go for it. He tried to do it with Saint Timon, and Saint Timon is now starting to see what the hell going on. That he by these people to come, and then now it's Medieval.
See? Now who's trolling who? You see what I'm saying? Who's spreading lies about who? I've never said any lies about Uncle Fester. Okay? And this is like the third lie that's been told. Oh yeah, that's when it really stings, when it ain't wrong. That's what gets me in trouble because, you know, it's 50 states, not 52 states. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my copyright symbol at the top left corner.
It is a partial loss of vision, otherwise vision field. There's a different to that. Now, also can also mean something else. It can be a blind spot, but it also can be a mental spot. Hold on. I gotta make sure I think about it. All right, this tree is a figured blind spot in a person's psychology awareness. The patient is unable to gain insight into and understand his mental problems. Lack of insight. Peripheral is the area of depressed version towards the peripheral of the visual field. Now, I'm saying this for a reason because everybody got it. Okay? I learned. Now, this is what I teach. If everybody want to know what this channel has been about, that right there. Mental I say it right the first time. I said mental stacoma. Mental stacoma. That's the word. Okay? Remember that word. This word is going to come in handy because this is actually what I teach people. You want to know what I teach? That's what I teach right there. That is what I'm teaching. That's what I've been doing the whole entire godforsaken time since I started this channel. Really, since I started Facebook.
How riddle me this, Batman. How can you get the pronunciation wrong when the pronunciation is right there? I'll wait. Now, I will say this. She was actually trying to tell us what her medical condition is. This is her medical condition, but she doesn't know how to pronounce it. And let me see if I can look it up to tell you how to pronounce it right, because she made me curious about that, and I wanted to get the pronunciation right. So yeah, it's actually pronounced let me see. It should have already been in my search. But let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, I see it here. It's one of those words that's not really pronounced how it's spelled. It's really pronounced sarcoma. Okay, and there's 17 different types. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Out of 17, she decided to pick one. Bless her heart. But how can you teach something that you sound like you just heard of as you were skipping through the Google pages? You randomly found something and said, okay, yeah, this right here, this is it. There's 17 different types of sarcomas. Has something to do with cancer. But let her tell it. It's a uncommon group of cancers which arise in the bone and the connective tissue such as fat and muscle. In most cases, it's not clear what causes sarcoma. The family history and exposure to chemicals or radiation may increase risk. And, you know, just in case she was talking about something else, but I think she was talking about that. Pretty much she was talking about that. I would bet the farm on that. Yeah, I would bet the farm on that for sure. It's late as hell, huh? Well, the rain kept me up. Woke, you know, I couldn't sleep with the rain. Sometimes rain make you sleepy, but this rain was different. This was that Corona rain. Now there are more cannons in the. There are more cannons in the. I mean, more artillery in the cannons, I guess you could say. But if you've been hanging with his lordship for a while, it ain't nothing you ain't seen before. It just never gets old. It's still funny when you see it. And we got more people in the room in the background. Shout out to the people that's just, they're just resting and watching, or maybe making breakfast or something, depending on the time zone. You know what I'm saying? This is a chill, laid back show. That's why I named it, This Live is Too Nice. Turn around and go back home. But I hope that the sounds and the vision and my monotone voice will help you chill out for a minute without, because we're in stressful times right now. Oh, cool. You're out of isolation? I'm starting to like isolation. I'm starting to like this. I want this thing to go on until August, and then I'm ready to go back to work. And it's 8:45 a.m. I don't even know what day it is. Oh, okay, it's Monday. All right, it's Monday here too. Oh, 8:45 p.m. because you guys are in the future and we're in the past. Trip. You know, I collect sci-fi movies and I upload them to my phone and my PSP Vita and any little gadgets I carry around so I can watch them. You know, like on my PSP Vita, I have Star Trek and you know, I usually put a couple of movies on each device. And on my phone, I have the remake of you know, those people out in the desert, the Terradome thing, you know what I'm talking about. I have and then you know the movie where the people turn into plants at the end. The people turn into sci-fi movies really inspire and motivate me. You know. That's why I make science fiction music. You know, I'm just into the future. Mad Max. There we go. So on my phone, I uploaded Mad Max and what's that other movie? I'm going to I'm gonna have to look it up on my phone. Now, what's crazy is to look at my own home videos, I gotta have a good connection, or I can't even look at my own home video selection. But Transcendence, that's it. So on my phone is Transcendence and that other movie you mentioned. And I don't even see that movie. I only see Transcendence, but I know the other movie should be there. Yeah, that's funny. I ain't gonna tell you what else is on my phone though, but it ain't what you think. But on my home video list on my iPhone, there is like Empire State of Mind with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys and Grandmaster Flash, 2 Grandmaster Flash songs. 3, I think. These are videos. I got Bees in the Trap, New Bugatti, and Turn on the Light, and 2 Chainz. I got that Chris Nag. And then that video with Lil Wayne was sitting in that devil's chair and them girls were bathing in blood. And did some jungle videos and then my own videos. Drum and bass TV videos and stuff like that. And some some other shit. But yeah. Mad Max was off the hook. It was just as good as the first one, if not better. Just like Blade Runner, it was like just as good, if not better. Just like Tron, just as good, if not better. Yeah. Lordship went Hollywood. He definitely was, We had Tina Turner, Grace Jones, and we had Sylvester Stallone's ex-wife. I went and bought Gargles. Right after I got the bootleg of that movie, I got me some Gargles off of Amazon. And now that we have the pandemic, people don't look at me crazy anymore. I look normal. I'm rocking my Gargles hard now on my forehead. I'm looking like one of the Tuskegee Airmans. Bridget Nielsen. Exactly. And did you know that Bridget Nielsen, we already know that she go all the way back. to those Conan type of movies. But did you know she was in Beverly Hills Cops Part 2? And you know, I wasn't really a big Bridget Nielsen fan, even though I probably, when I was younger, probably thought she was interesting. But I always been a big fan of the other lady from Halloween. And do you know her name? Oh, she's from Australia? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I knew something was cool about her, you know. You know, that rich guy who thinks he's Jesus from Australia, he has property in America. I be trying to tell people about him because, you know, people like to talk about Nature Boy, but there's a guy in Australia that's like Jesus number 4 or Jesus number 5, and he only accept donations, but he has tons of money, and whenever he go talk to people, he just have a donation bucket or whatever, and don't charge people to come see him. But I see people go into convulsions and down there have seizures, just sitting next to him telling their story. But, you know, the hood got nothing on Australia. I mean, the hood has its dangers, right? And there is a great movie, I think it's called The Fence. It's about the fence around the Aborigines. One of my favorite movies is The Gods Must Be Crazy. But the jellyfish coming onto the beach, the you know, some of the most dangerous insects in the world, scorpions, the floods, and then the fires. That's tough times right there. Beautiful hotels. I talk like I've been there, but I've been to Europe, but I haven't been to Australia yet. Well, you know how Uncle Fester talks about she done research on coats. Well, I actually done research on coats, and it's really ironic because Uncle Fester lives in the coat capital. Her state is the coat capital of the United States, and in South Carolina, there is a very public, very open, rich witch's grave. It's like a fountain or something where the witch was buried in the fountain. That's a witch's marked grave site. Her life is just full of irony. Every aspect of her life is ironic. But yeah, I guess he just goes by whatever name that Jesus is used. Like his name is probably Jesus, or you know, but his wife really thinks that she's married, and his last couple of wives really thought that they were married. That's how convincing he is. I don't know his name, but I've seen people, there are videos on YouTube. There's even a comedian from Australia who makes a living on making fun of the guy who thinks he's Jesus. But like I said, he's very convincing. There's he sits on stage. He lets people sit near him, but not too close. They sit in a chair. They tell their story to him, and they start shaking and crying and seizure-like behavior. That's how much he's convinced them. His presence alone trips people out. I'm gonna have to look that up. I've heard about the Great Barrier Reef. I dropped one of my earpieces. I have to find it before the dog does, but I got it now. Yeah, I mean, good times. You know, when NASA first launched to the moon, the first trip to the moon, the audio part of the trip was being broadcast from Australia, and the video part was in America, or it was vice versa. I could be wrong. It could be either or. But half was coming from there, either audio or video, and the other half was coming from here. And then the media could only put the cameras up to the TV screen. The media could not get a direct feed, and that's why I believe that the whole mission was BS. What's up, Marquise in the building? Vicky in the building. Yeah, we all in the house now. We in the hizzy. You know, and it's too quiet in here. It's too quiet. See my Eye of Horus up there?
Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Eye of Horus.
To tell you the truth, I forgot myself in all this excitement. The beam is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and it could blow your head clean off. You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel like
What is this? Interesting. Do y'all see his lordship in the corner right there peeking with the third eye? Or the Illuminati eye?
I got most of it all.